Hello, Princess, and good afternoon. Good later than expected afternoon, unfortunately, from EPCOT, where it is the first day of the Food and Wine Festival for this year. I was trying to get here a bit earlier, but it's quite all right because, well, things do come to an end. They're not always good, but they will come to an end. So today is a day to just call me Drizella or Anastasia, or is it Drizel? Not really sure. Either way, because I'm just here for the food. The Skyliner is once again in, shall we say, observation mode. Come on, Disney. There's a couple of really easy solutions to this. Just call me. I'll explain everything. I did a loop around World Showcase trying to figure out a plan for this whole thing, and well, I think the simplest thing would be to just start at the top. So I went and I got the festival guide, meaning I'm going to just start with the first country that appears on the list. There are a couple of, interesting kitchens called that, not necessarily international. So the first one is right here. It's Australia, and as I go around, maybe I'll just talk about the country where I'm eating from, and I don't know, relive some memories or experiences, something like that. And we'll do it that way. So it all will not be today, although that is not a problem because we definitely will be back. So however long it takes, I will make it through all of them. And remember, I'm doing this for you, all for you. From Australia, this is the grilled sweet and spicy bushberry shrimp. Didn't realize shrimp lived in the bush. Anyway, it is with pineapple, pepper, onion, and snap peas. The shrimps were good. Nothing really impressive. They were not spicy at all, so I guess a little bit more sweet. Not anything that I would want to get again. Not that it was bad, it's no reason to get it again. So there you go. As for Australia, memories of Australia. Unfortunately, I don't have any because I've never been to Australia. I know. It's very difficult to talk about things like this, and it's even harder to admit failure. But I just always want to be honest. I never want to lie. I don't want to give you the wrong impression about anything. But I never made it happen. I've had plenty of opportunities, which is the worst part. And anyway, in fact, I had an opportunity next spring, but that got scrubbed again because of the stupid nonsense. Anyway, we will make it happen, though. It's probably going to be an expedition type trip. I'm not going to head down there for the weekend or anything like that. This would at least have to be 6-8 weeks. Oh boy, bees. The thought of flying that far for a short trip, even in the pointy end. I don't really do that anymore. So what I'll probably end up doing is cruising one way, one way south or north, probably out of Hawaii or something, or actually might as well just leave from Seattle or Vancouver. That's where they usually go when they reposition for the Alaska season. So I'll just do that sometime, probably not next year, maybe the year after. Finally get to Australia. I've let it go for way too long, and it's another one of those things that you just got to make happen. If you don't do it, it's not going to happen. So I promise you, we will definitely get it done. Next up would be Canada, but I've had all of the food here, but it only looks like they've had 2 items, so I've had both of them. And that means it's time to try something a little different, maybe a lot different. This is the Collective Arts audio-visual logger. I know I said I was here for the food, but it's a food and wine. Okay, I'm digging a hole deeper. Anyway, I'm waiting for it to, give a talk, make a painting, lecture, sing a song. I don't know. It's not very audio, and it's not really visual. All right. Well, I guess we'll just have to drink it. The first time I was in Canada that I can say for sure must have been for Expo 86 in Vancouver and a cruise up the Inside Passage, Alaska, and then a bus and train around through Yukon Territory and Alaska, ending up, I'm pretty sure, in Anchorage. So this was a big trip. The whole family piled in, oh yeah, a conversion van. Oh boy, that was fun. And did the probably, I think, 2-week trek up to Seattle or Vancouver. And then I know that we did the expo because it was super cool. I remember some of the pavilions. There was one that I really wanted to go in, but we never did. Maybe the line was too long or something like that. But anyway, I did go another time around then to Quebec, but I don't know if that was before or after. I think it was after. So I'm going to say my first definitive trip to Canada was in 1986, although it is entirely possible that we went at some point prior to that. I don't really remember. And I mean, I'm not trying to say Canada is not memorable. It's just, I don't know, maybe I was too young to remember. There's some, I don't know, other things that happened. Who knows? But that was my first trip to Canada for Expo 86. Totally cool. Cruise, totally cool. Yukon Territory, totally cool. So very much enjoyable. I've only been back, oddly enough, a couple of times. In fact, I think I've been to the UK and France and Germany more times than I've been to Canada. There are no festival booths here in the UK, and I don't feel like having fish and chips. It's a full meal. We're just gonna mosey on through. Next stop is France. Slight deviation in plan. The line at the French kiosk is really long, so I think I'll save that for a different time I come here. It's not really an event or anything like that, so sometime soon. Since neither Brazil nor Belgium are open yet, it's time for a Tangerine Cafe. It is the location of Tangerine. Oh, it says right there. Duh. Okay, I have about a minute to choose, and I will. This is the Moroccan spiced lamb grilled kebab with couscous, tomato onion salad, and garlic aioli. Flavors of the Medina. Interesting that they put that in the Morocco pavilion. The lamb kebab was quite tasty. We'll definitely have to go back and try the 2 other variants. They have a chicken and a steak, and that's it for the kebabs. And they have 2 other actual food items, which wouldn't mind trying as well. But flavors of the Medina. Now, I presume that is not just the city, but the region around Medina in Arabia. And I've not ever been there. Not been to Saudi Arabia. They just opened the country up recently for tourism, so it definitely is on the list. There's insects everywhere, and they're not the robot type, but whatever. The closest I have been would be Dubai, when I went a few years back with Mummy, and we were only there for a long weekend. I know, a very long trip to spend just a few days over there, but it was very exciting. Did the whole, I guess, touristy thing. Went skiing, went to Atlantis, visited the world's largest, at the time, mall. It might still be, I don't know. I think also the world's 2nd largest mall. It might still be, I don't know. Did not go up in the Burj Khalifa. I don't think it was open yet. It had almost finished construction, but I don't know that the deck was open, because that's definitely something that I would have done. But at some point in the future, yes, we will definitely get to, well, maybe not Medina, but at least Saudi Arabia. Probably on a Red Sea cruise, but that won't happen for a few more years. Depends on a number of things, and whether or not we can get our act together here and put a real, competent leader back in the White House. Next up is an old favorite, Greece, and stories I could tell, but won't, but there'll be something. From Greece, we have a lamb moussaka, or I know somebody who insisted that it was moussaka. I've never really followed up on that, so don't quote me either way. But I realize this is only the 3rd food item I've had, and I'm still starving, so gotta step it up. The moussaka, or moussaka, from Greece was quite delicious, very well prepared, and definitely satisfying. It's quite heavy dish, and appreciate it, but it was still very small, so we must continue our worldwide food journey, and there's plenty more to go. As for Greece, so the first time I was in Greece, have I been back? I don't know, I have not. Mostly the only time I was in Greece was quite a while ago. I think I was 19, went on a summer trip with some fraternity brothers and did, well, island hopping, I guess. Athens, Mykonos, Santorini, and one other island and some other place. And don't really remember the exact itinerary. Either way, saw all the big things. And what I do remember is that I can't tell you. And I can't tell you about that either. And I can't tell you about that either. So, I can tell you that I've been to Greece. That's about it. We are also skipping Japan for our special tour later on. This is encouraging. The work barges are out and they've removed all of the wrapping, I guess, from the Stargate. Could this mean that they're about to begin dismantling these things? That would be so awesome. Marco will also be part of our special tour later. Our world tour will end in Italy tonight, but no worries, we will be back to continue the journey. I'm thinking I want to get something more substantial than these little things. It's going to take quite a while, and there's a lot more to go. So let's get in line because this one's going to be a wait. Quick change in plan. Much like the real Italy, this one is just overrun with tourists, and I don't want to wait. So we will continue. We will be back during the off season to get our treats from there and tell you about my trip to Italy, or one of them at least. Wait, how'd that go? Anyway, I don't know what's next. This is Spain, but it's not open yet, so let's see. Now it's a mystery to me. I did not mean to do that, but I can't come up with another. Same deal with Germany. Overrun, so we're going to move on. Freezed is still down, and I'm running out of choices. At this rate, there's Mexico and Hawaii. Okay, hopefully there's not too much of a line. If it's really authentic Hawaiian, they will be, blocking everybody, so maybe that'll make it easier. Due to overcrowding, we will do a virtual trip somewhere at the Swanky Saucy Swine. That leaves a trip where I guess I can talk to you about why it's best to travel during the off-season. Either way, we'll just pretend we're, at a specialty restaurant on a ship somewhere in the North Atlantic. How's that? From the Swanky Saucy Swine, this is crispy pig ear salad with fire-roasted tomatillo sauce, pickled red onions, queso fresco, roasted corn salsa, and avocado cream. Oh boy. And the crispy pig ear, was it? Salad? Either way. Very flavorful, except the pickledness tended to be a bit overpowering. And the crispy part, the fried pig, didn't really last through the day. So I would definitely take that as an opening bell dish. Hopefully it's fresher out of the fryer and retains its crispiness earlier in the day. So other than that, it was good. Not a get again, unless I really want to try it earlier in the day, but I'm not. So there you go. Now, that wasn't from a specific country or anything, but it did remind me of my first inter-ocean cruise a few years ago. That would have been from Miami to Chile, where we transited the old locks of the Panama Canal. Inter-ocean meaning, or when you include the Caribbean Sea as part of the Atlantic. Yes, I know, pedantry, but I'm gonna count it, right? Anyway, so yeah, we went to Miami, Colombia, Panama, Ecuador, Peru, and finally Chile. Maybe someplace else? I don't think. No, that's it. Yeah, every country on the west coast of South America plus Colombia. Anyway, wonderful adventure. Met a lot of wonderful people, and something that I would look forward to doing again. And that is the reason I started booking all these other transoceanic adventures that I've taken you with me on, and will be taking you with me on in the future. Anyway, I'm thirsty right now, so that is what we're going to take care of. Looks like Freezed is finally back online. For dessert, I chose the internet famous school bread from Norway. A lot of people really love this. I don't know, I've never had it before. It's a custard-filled pastry with coconut. Doesn't seem very Norwegian, but I don't know. I guess it's worth a shot. And look, it's got Olaf. Well, Princess, I have officially joined the cult of school bread. It is fantastic. It is almost a perfect dessert. The bread itself is not sweet at all. The custard is not sugary, which is great. And the coconut toasted has its own sweetness. So it is, it's not a sweet dessert. Well, it's a sweet dessert, but it's not a sugary dessert. It's not very overpowering. I loved it. Can't believe I waited this long. Oh, and the custard is, you know what? It's a fluffy custard. It's not a very, I don't know, I don't want to say oily, but maybe, it's not a gooey custard, which is kind of gross. But this was really good. So it's going to be difficult to not get this, like, every time I'm here. I get it. I totally get it. That was great. It is just after 8, sun setting over the beautiful lagoon view here at EPCOT. I will probably stay for the abbreviated version of EPCOT Forever. I think the only thing they removed are the kites, but we'll see. I only experienced it one time before the nonsense, so it'd be good to see it again. And I think it's happening at 9 or 9:15, so you don't really have to wait too long. And Princess, that is it for today's trip down memory lane, but well, fear not, we will be back at least twice more to finish out all the booths that I did not hit today. Despite having 4 or 5 different things, they're all very small, I'm still very hungry. So I think I do want to grab something to eat before the show. Probably won't be anything special. I think the sunshine seasonings might be the best option. It's quick, I get some water, and it's cool in there, and maybe even ride Listen to the Land. Well, yes. Oh, relive memories, and you know what? Kick myself for not making certain things happen like they should. I did skip one country because it's not open, that I'm also very disappointed that I haven't gotten to. But I will get there, and I will get to Australia eventually. But that is why I am thankful for my problems.